Please welcome to the stage, Shorty.
All right.
Hell yeah, give it up for Corey, man. That's awesome. And Gio, thank you. El Serape for having us back one more time before the end of the year. It's great. How y'all doing?
So good.
Great. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, I'm just going to kind of give you my intro, okay? So I am Shorty. I'm originally from Bonnie Lake, and now I live in McCleary. And so for those of you that don't know what that's like moving from a low-income suburban community to a low-income banjo community, okay? Which I'm totally cool with. I love a good banjo tune. Deliverance is one of my favorite movies. You know, I mean, why not? Young Burt Reynolds in a tight wetsuit, right? Careening down the river with his buddies, trying to keep them safe from little hillbilly butt love. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's the whole movie, exactly. I just, spoiler, okay, 35 years too late, but you know, it's probably more than that, I'm not counting. But I feel like that's the prequel to Brokeback Mountain, you know, kind of set the stage and soften the blow, so to speak, for everybody who watches those types of movies. Not me, I don't watch those types of movies, but
Which type?
yeah, you know. The grinder type. Anyways, but some things that I realized having lived in Bonnie Lake and McCleary, some differences, because there are differences, right? Bonnie Lake, I'm trying to figure out which neighbors are selling drugs. In McCleary, I'm trying to figure out which ones are making them. It's just different levels of the supply chain, you know what I mean? I figure the next time I move, I'm just going to go straight south of the border to Mexico, skip all the middlemen, get the good drugs, pay the legit prices, not the inflation and tax shit associated with all these dime bags, right? And then I'll be winning like Charlie Sheen. Yeah. Hookers blow and limousines, right? Not on my budget. Shit, my budget's more like Ubers, pixie sticks, and blow-up dolls. All right, I only got a couple laughs there. That's all right.
It's too real.
Oh man, I can't even win like that though. You know, I get kicked out the Uber. I got a nosebleed from the pixie sticks, and I got a rug burn from Cindy. Cindy's the blow-up doll. I like to name them. You know, I say them like I have more than one. I've never had a blow-up doll, which begs the question. I have a legit question. Where's the valve? Is it somewhere helpful, like where the clitoris is? Probably not, because then every guy could find it, right? Oh, man. You're thinking way too hard, bro. He's thinking way too hard. It's probably down at the ankle or between the shoulder blades, someplace that makes no sense. Oh, man. But anyways, another thing I noticed, in Bonnie Lake, you're probably going to date a cousin. And in McCleary, you're probably going to date a sister. Okay? That's just how it works. The further you move away from the city, the smaller the dating pool. That's how it is. That's why them hillbillies be dating their moms. You know, it's just a lack of options. That's what it is. That's me speaking from experience. Now, I dated a cousin's cousin. You know, we're not related. I checked. It's no blood relation. It's just paperwork. But no matter how you explain it, it always sounds wrong. That's why I only tell it to, random strangers I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to see any of you outside of here again. Okay, except the comics. I'll definitely see you guys again. But anyways, oh man, that's great. So that's me in a nutshell. I served in the military. Anybody else serve? I know there's at least a couple. Woohoo! Yeah, hell yeah. I was in the Air Force. Hardest thing I ever had to do was get up early. Yeah, before 8 a.m. Fuck that. Okay? I worked in the missile shop. I didn't have no reason to be up before 8 a.m. Them planes already got chaff and flare. Fuck that. I'm good. Leave me alone, you know? But I think about basic a lot because basic was stressful. Like, so stressful. You guys and gals can relate, you know? So, for those that can't relate, let me just break this down for you real quick. Basic is so stressful, I didn't shit for 7 days, okay? The first 7 days, I did not drop a deuce once. That's like biblical, okay? I still managed to lose 6 pounds somehow, so that's a diet regimen I need to get back on, okay? Oh man, believe it or not, I got a little bit of dad bod hiding under this shirt, but need to work on that. But it was great. I spent most of my time overseas. I was stationed at Ramstein Air Force Base, Germany. It's what you call a dream assignment. Yeah. And it was amazing. young, bald, white kid arriving in Frankfurt. It was like returning to the motherland.
I get it.
Everybody was there greeting me, hugs and high fives. Oh man, it was awesome. The dating pool is unbelievable because it's just like this melting pot of people just coming together, you know? I dated this blind black gal from Kenya. Yeah, okay, that usually gets a reaction. Her name was Kunzi in the dark. She couldn't see in the light either, but I didn't hold it against her. Yeah, she was great. I'm a pretty empathetic person though, right? I can be fairly understanding. So I would turn the lights off in the house and we'd play hide and seek. You know, try and make it fair. You know, that's what you gotta do. I learned a lot about what you can't do in that kind of a relationship though. Like go see a movie. I mean, you'd save money on her ticket and you get really good parking, but then you gotta play narrator through all the slow parts. Fuck that, I'm no Morgan Freeman, okay? Like, I can't do that shit. Ah, man. Patty cake? Can't play patty cake. You gotta have hand-eye coordination for patty cake. Yeah, so we played a little bit differently. I'd turn her around and play patty cake. Anyways, that's what she called me her baker's man, you know what I'm saying? Roll it over, stick it in a pan, it's whatever. That's a dirty nursery rhyme joke, that's funny. That's great. You can't stare longingly into her eyes. I mean, you can, but she had this one, like, busy wanderer, which made no sense to me, right? Because she can't use these eyes. So what the fuck is this thing doing? Is this over here like a union worker, looking busy but not doing anything? It's fucking wild, man. That was a trip. But she was really great. She never liked to leave the house. She was a bit of a brown recluse. I don't understand that. But it was cool. She was really adventurous in the bed. You know, we invented a sexual position. We called it earmuffs. Yeah, we invited one of her friends over. Okay, they scissored my face. So I had like one muff here, and if you listen really carefully, you can hear the ocean. Yeah, true story. You get the wrong candidates put together, you can smell it too. That was horrible. That's gross. That's a game you don't want to play with your guy friends, okay? Because then you get driftwood. Okay, you don't want that shit. Oh man, wrong group of dudes, it smells like Tacoma when the tide's out. Alright? That's bad. Alright. After the military, I had to get a job, but I still looked good at the time, right? And I could do things I can't do now, like the splits. I was bendy. So I got a job at a mom and pop strip club. Yeah, it's called Chipmunks. We worked with little people, you know? It was great. Felt like I was giving back to the community in a way. Oh man, I was the DEI hire, you know? I was representing the tall community. I'm 6 inches away from dwarf. I don't feel like they tried very hard. Okay? Oh man, those guys were great. They all looked up to me. Yeah. We had this little group. We called ourselves the Rescue Rangers. I had a small part in it. I was Ranger Dick. And like I said, it was a small part. Oh man, it was awesome though. I found that at that time, I didn't like really talking and communicating with them because I always felt like I was talking down to them. Like I was belittling them. Okay, that's the last one I'm gonna do like that. Oh man, it didn't work out though, right? At that job, I had to move on because the front row was horrible. The ladies in the front row were the worst. They weren't like us dudes in the strip club, you know? We're tossing up dollars, trying to be charitable, pay for college. You know, these girls were pelting us with peanuts. You ever been dinged in the dong with an almond from 5 feet out, sir? It doesn't feel good. No. The swelling, okay, finally filled up my whole hand. That was cool. My girlfriend, she really appreciated it. She said it reminded her of her ex. Yeah, because it was big and purple. And I said, who the fuck are you dating, Barney? She said, no, a blind black guy from Kenya. I'm like, damn, how many of them are there? Holy shit. I had no idea. There's none in McCleary, I'll tell you that much. But anyways, hey, thank you for your time. My name is Shorty. Appreciate you. You can find me on Unfit Comedy on YouTube. Shelton, Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year.